This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Alright, it's time to move some bodies around. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Ark the Lad 2. In the last episode, we continued going back through time, and, well, we saved the Amadar Temple. Apparently Kukuru's did that in between 1 and 2, and we didn't know about it. Iga didn't even know about it. So, I guess I'm glad, glad we were able to go back in time and help and everything like that. So, but anyway, now we've gone back to Nidell, and now before we go into the arena and fight everything, we're gonna move some people around, against their will. So, but they don't know any better. It's fine. So, all right. So anyway, the kid right here. But what we're doing right now before we go inside is we're moving people to unlock a treasure. So we've got beer bottle guy and incense grandy there. So now we need to move the this kid is the graffiti kid, so I need, let's see, nope, graffiti, Alright, let's move the graffiti kid all the way over there. Really, it's just kind of like, without knowing, it's almost kind of trial and error. You're just kind of like, is this the right character to move? I don't know, so, but anyway. It's really, just kind of mess through it until you hear the click or whatever. So alright, so now we need, let's see, which one is next? Candy, let's see, I mean, you can do these in order, well, sort of. Let's see, candy wrappers. Okay, candy wrappers is this girl right here. So to move her, we're gonna need to, I guess the easiest way, the way to do that would be just to move, let's see, it would be just to move this lady here, I think. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I don't think every one of these guys can be moved, but I know a good deal of them can be, so. It's kind of weird doing this while creepy music's kind of playing, At least I always thought this music was creepy, so. Alright, she's done. So now, after that, we've got the old man. So, which is this guy here. So the way to get him is to just and then just do that. So that's all it is. So okay, old man. Let's see. Cigarette butts. Shopping list. Cane marks. Oh yeah, that's got to be cane marks. Old man. So okay, put him right there. Yeah, moving you, old man. You'd move if it was a social security check, but they don't have these in this world. So, all right, you're done. So now we got the long-haired. We need a long-haired girl, which is, was it this one? Yeah, long-haired girl. So, okay, so she's the. Okay, so. Okay, so we move her, and then we move this girl, because not all these statues need to be up there, so. But you do have to hit the specific descriptions for each character, so. And obviously make sure, I mean, you can reset and do it all over again, but I'm hoping not to have to redo this, so. Okay. But if I did, I'd just do it off screen if I accidentally pushed someone too far, so. Anyway, click. Alright, so now we need the cigar butt man, who is this one? Yeah, cigar. Wait, what does it say again? A mess of cigar butts. But okay, so this one is the cigar butts dude is supposed to be where is he? Up here. So we need to push him similar to the lady that was like right here. So basically, just do the same thing to him as we did to her. So you move him. Move, pushing around. I'm surprised Kukuru and Ark are strong enough to. Well, they are JRPG heroes, so why not, right? But still, crazy indeed. Oh no, don't want to do that. That would suck. Accidentally pressing escape or whatever, and you're like, oh god. I've had that happen before in games where you're trying to do this all, very perfect, and then you mess up at the very last second, and you just screech, because you messed it up. I mean, it's not like tooth and nail difficult. It's just like, you know, it's kind of tense. Just because if I accidentally push it too far. So, all right. Final character is the shop list woman, which is obviously, you know, shopping list was dropped here. So, let's see. She is over here. So, let's see. Let's push her there. And then, yeah, you have to be careful about pushing her because you can push her right to the. You can accidentally push her too far to the tree or whatever. So, but anyway, then we're just gonna push her the same as that one dude. So the cigar butts guy and the other person and the old lady. So they all go on the same track. You can't go off track, you know. Gotta stick to your guns, man. If you break your guns, then you know you wouldn't have any guns, and you wouldn't have a way to protect yourself. You know, there's no other things to protect yourself in this world. Only guns. No swords, daggers, or whatever. Just guns. I should know. I live in America. Where? No. So let's push her up there. The sound of a lock turning is heard. Alright, so we can now get the chest for the super boots! And they are super. Let's make some room for it, shall we? Let's see. I might just get rid of another magical apple. I mean, I could get rid of, like, some of these other boots as well, or items as well, but I mean, technically I don't. Oh yeah, I never went over the dark mask that I got before the one we... Yeah, it's weaker than some of the other items, and I don't use masks, but... So it's actually not worth keeping, really. I don't even think it can be combined with anything. So, yeah, I'll just get rid of a magic apple. I know where to grind for those if it really comes down to it. So, yeah, we get the super boots. Now we definitely want to make sure to keep those. So when we go back to the future, That's heavy, Doc. But we can. Ooh, wild iron knuckle. Wait, so her weapon changed from the force knuckle to wired iron knuckle? Huh. Interesting. Anyway, so. Let's give her the super boots, because that'll give her a nice little extra damage. And then before we finish this like whole thing, we can take them off her, and like I said, use them combined with someone else in the future. So anyway, we also grabbed the girl from that one place. So now we can go into the arena to fight the encounter. So, I mean, if you miss the super boots, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but you know, it is not a bad item for a boot section, and you can combine it with something. So, welcome to the arena. Brave challenger, enter the ring. It's a trap. It's a trap! Thanks, Admiral Akbar. Don't worry, I can handle this. But aren't I the one sent back in time to really help? Oh, it's Kukuru's show. Okay, that's fine. You stay out here and protect the little girl. Are you sure? I'll be fine, you'll see. I kind of almost see as this section of the game, and yeah, it is the Kukuru show at this point. It's almost like it's kind of making up for the fact that she's basically not a character, or she's not a playable character in this game. Well, I mean, we're playing her now, but you know what I mean. Like, if we go back to the future, she has to go back to protecting the place. So this is kind of a chance to give her some time to shine outside of the other characters, because almost every character in the original group has gotten a moment. Ark's gotten a moment. Tosh got a moment. Iga has had a moment. Technically, Gogan has too. I guess, and Poco. I guess Changara is really the only one who really and even then, he did save us. So anyway, so I actually don't mind Kukuru taking the lead despite whoever you choose. So. Exclamation point, question mark. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for today's main event. Battle Girl versus the Monster Horde. Will she be the ultimate survivor or monster meat? Watch as the legendary match unfolds. Wait a minute, does that mean we don't have weak enemy? No, we're doomed. This looks like it should be fun. Yeah, no, we're fine. But yeah. If Kukuru is low levels, this might be a little bit dangerous, but the fact I'm a higher level and everything, so I think we should be fine. But anyway, we got black skeletons at level 50 here. We've fought them before, but they use light flails, and we got skeleton knights that have light flails as well. They have plasma shock and charge. So that might hurt us a bit. So, all right, let's wait. Let's see. Yeah, let's cast. Let's put us in a decent position and. Cast protection on us just to help. It really does help with the items she comes equipped, because I think she still gets those even if you didn't import her character, I think. It's been forever since I played the game straight up without importing characters, so... okay, so if you did import her, it's not too bad. If you didn't import her, you might have a little bit of trouble, so maybe you want to level grind with her before you do the arena stuff. I don't think any of them really got hit me with a spell so badly that... And I can always heal myself with, like, Divide or something like that. If it really comes down to it. And obviously I'm putting myself back in the corner so they won't, like, hit me in the back, so... And then when they get close enough, I'll just, I thought I had my back to them. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, I guess they're skipping the whole 1 HP thing in this section, which is fine with me. Okay, now I have my back to them. You can only, can you get to 3? You can, but I don't want to use up all my... actually, we'll heal anyway. I don't want to take any chances that they accidentally, like, super crit me or something like that. And now that they're closer, I can use a Divide on them. Or actually, I could just use a Divine Judgment. Yeah, like it. I mean, we would definitely make this work, but I think we're fine. Shocking. Kicking him into oblivion, girl. Use those kicks. Lady Legless, indeed. No one's gonna get that. All right, then let's see. You know, I don't even know why I referenced that either, because I hate the show that where that comes from. You know. Okay, maybe that was a... Oh, that's right. Her weapon is light elemental, isn't it? No, maybe just her attack in general is considered light because she's a light. I think it is because she's a light character. So any of her attack, and since I use Divide, it's technically not a light spell for the purposes of killing enemies. So that's why. That's probably why they've been auto dying, because Kukuru is light elemental. So. Hey, Kukuru did pretty good. Huh, easier than I expected. How strong? How dangerous? How absolutely hot? Who is this exotic blur of blades? She doesn't. She cannot equip a blade weapon. What's wrong with this game? It doesn't matter. She will be stopped. Uh-oh, goblins. You were the one that changed the villagers to stone. I had to stop them from finding the wind orb. Wind orb? Wind orb. Yes, it will be mine, then I will have its power. Sorry, but the orb is no more. You're lying. Ark has it. Yeah, he has it in the back. Nope, it was broken. You're lying. I am not. R2. What is this? What are they, 5? I'm not. Or not. ... You're beginning to annoy me. You're beginning to annoy me. Now you're copying what he says? Man, they are 5 years old. I've seen your kind come and go. I've seen your kind come and go. Stop copying me. Stop copying me. I thought Kukuru was supposed to be the mature one of the group. I'll tear you limb from limb and get the truth. Uh-oh. More monsters. This ain't good. Uh-oh. More attacks from these guys. So, alright. So, yeah, we got more the black skeletons again and skeleton knights. But we have, let me see. I have to look up his stats really quick. This is a demi-ogre, if I recall. So he's level 37. He's fire elemental. He has 96 HP and 49 MP, if I recall correctly. So, unless I'm looking at the wrong stats from him. So, okay. Anyway, yeah, let's get ourselves in the back so we don't get back attacked. Because you get more damage in the back. So, like any game, really, any strategy game. So. Our magic level went up. Watch out, skeletons. Here they come. Don't hurt me. Let's see. I'll choose Divine Judgment on these. Do I want to? Let's see. What would 3 get me? Would it hit me? Oh yeah, it hit multiple people. Yeah, I can take the. I'll take the MP, high MP use for that. So why not? Oh yeah, I don't think he has any. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know initially what the Demi-Ogre's attacks are, because there's some things that, like, without choosing Lisa, I wouldn't know, and I don't remember after all this time. But the thing is, the fight is such a non-entity that I don't really mind it too much. So, how much HP do these guys have? I get Divine Judgment again and kill most of them. Because she does at least like 60 plus damage, so that should kill at least 3 of them, I believe. Okay, 2. Sorry. I guess she did like 1 less. I think one of them only has like 1 HP. If I oh, we did kill the Demi-Ogre. I was thinking they should have, but sometimes you can't really tell. Oh, we're left. She gained a level. I mean, technically I could equip the Kukuru with the silk belt and necklace, but yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, you did it, girl. What a stupid, greedy monster. Had he no idea what trouble that orb would have brought him? Yeah, Kukuru did pretty well for having enemies that were 10 levels lower than her. So, normally she'd be about even with those guys, so it would have been a little bit more dangerous, but... Nice job, babe. That'd be funny if Ark said something like that. Are you okay? I defeat the monster. Your mother should be back to normal soon. Wow, you're strong. Too bad you did such a fine job. What the? What? Now if you'll just hand over the orb. I like the fact that he still has the same voice. Oh no, not this again. Are you monsters thick-headed idiots? If you won't hand over the orb, you die. Great, just great. Come on, let's get this over with. Yeah, I think the way that we're supposed to say is great, just great. That's awesome. Anyway, this guy's a warlock. Let's see if his stats are on here. Oh, yep, warlock 55, 20 and 18, 20 attack, 18 defense. He's earth elemental, 135 HP, 183 MP. He has canes and he can equip canes and sickles. He has sickles and he can cast divide. I don't think there's anyone else in this fight actually either, so I think it's just him. Yeah, kind of pathetic. All right. Well, anyway, we can enemy him and just wail on him. So. Yeah, it's just I don't know. This is kind of silly that they just have him be by himself after that previous fight. You'd think he'd have more enemies, like, but nope. Oh, that was actually kind of cool. Her double kick at the end there. Yeah, he's toast. This guy's toast. All the townspeople should be back to normal soon. Why don't these monsters know that the window orb does not exist anymore? Just another manifestation of their greed, I suppose. They must possess the unpossessable in their lust for power. Like all rich people. But why? I don't know yet, but we're sure to find out. I forgot what voice I gave the wind orb guy. Your assumption is correct. Oh, he was the old dude, that's right. These monsters have been poisoned by greed and their envy of humanity, and the lack of balance of nature has made the monsters even more horrible. This is the Wind Guardian. Why have you come here with such a serious face? I forgot he was a jokester. These are serious times. The ark has been stolen and the seal of dark power is about to be broken. A dark power? I see, that explains much. Please, I need your help. I have the mirror. I have the mirror. Wait, was she saying that like nervous or is she threatening him? I'm not sure. Little time remains. I'll help. Raise your mirror. Raise it high. I have the power. The one who stole the ark must have a black heart. Oh yes, he does. And we'll steal it from his beating body. We'll steal his black beating heart from his dead body when we get to him. Why do you say that? The ark is not a source of power, but rather a container of sorts. It can contain infinite amounts of power, good or bad. So it's Pandora's box? Pretty much. If the person possessing the ark seeks to... Oh, no, I guess... the Pandora's box technically has all the evils inside of it, but when everything's released, hope is also released too, so I guess technically not, so my bad. If the person releasing the ark seeks to revive the Dark One, he'll pour the dark desires of humanity in it to achieve his goal. If he succeeds, not only will the balance of nature be upset, he may actually destroy the world we know. In this process, his heart has become as black as his master's desire. Kukuru, you must stay on guard. Danger is everywhere. And Ark, or whoever you choose to help. So, Romalia's goal is to revive the Dark One. Yes, but Romalia is not the true enemy. The true enemy is the one that is controlling Romalia. It will get much more difficult from this point, right? Definitely. The dialogue almost makes it feel like it's not Ark there, but anyone other than him. Like, I don't know, it just seems out of character for him to talk like that for some weird reason. I don't know why. Oh well, whatever. I think that's the problem with being able to choose anyone to come to this part. You know, misery become miserable, all because of that bastard Roctoli. Actually, I think that's the same. I think all the dialogue is the same from before. Ark was so strong. I want to be just like I want to grow up. Yeah, I think this is all the same. I could probably skip most of this dialogue because I think it's all the same from like before. If you come for excitement, you come to the wrong place. All this good stuff's happening in Clinia is arena, and people say the Windover's cursed. If that, I think it's the town that's cursed, not the orb. And I place the blame squarely at Roctol's feet. Roctol. Draw people. Yeah, I think a lot of it's the same. So I don't think there's anything in the shop I actually need. So I can skip that. So probably should rest. Well, let's take a look at our stats really quick. Yeah, probably should. Weirdly enough, even though we're in the past, we still have to pay for the inn, so. Oh no, I guess that's different. I heard the king of Syria was assassinated. What does the world come into? Okay, so there is some new dialogue for people. Welcome to the miserable village of Misero. And we'll talk to a few more people. Our town is boring now that the tournament left. But whose fault is that? This year is a strange one. This year a stranger won the battle tournament. I think he was one of those criminals Angel was seeking. So it was either whoever you chose to fight in the tournament at the time. Weirdly enough, the only way to get the toy ring is you have to choose Poco to win the first time. Oddly enough. I mean, it's not that crazy of an item to get, or that good of an item to get, but why not? Because you don't get anything special. You might get some certain dialogue, but you don't get anything special if you choose any of the other characters, so why not choose Poco? It seems like you're not from around here. Why'd you come, if you don't mind me asking? Are you talking to a cell phone? Or is there precious littles to see or do here these days? Okay, I think we'll head out. Nothing too. Looks like most of the dialogue was anything crazy, so. And I doubt anything in the actual towns themselves, or actual buildings themselves is anything different, so. Because they only have so much, memory they can put into it, so. Alright, anyway, let's head on to the next destination, to Alatos. So we're going to the desert. Are we going to start combing the desert? Who knows? Well, I guess it's not full desert. It's not like Zarabon. Zarabon's really the truly desert place. This one's kind of like a mountainous region. Oops. Sorry, I hit my keyboard. This is more of a mountainous region. It's kind of similar to like Nevada and stuff like that, at least in America anyway. So, let's see. Sealed runes. Actually, let's see if we can stop by a Chungar shop and steal some treasures. Will we enter a time paradox if we take some treasure now before it's a Chungar shop? It's been such a long time, but I mustn't dwell upon the past. Dang it. Yeah, you can't actually go into Chungar shop. You make some excuses how you don't want to actually go in there. So, oh well. Now let's go into Gazella and see. We need to get through the Zenda Highlands to meet the Light Guardian. Yeah, it's basically telling you where we actually need to go. Because they assumed you would go into town first to maybe unlock some story bits. And basically, there's nothing really here. It's just go these into Highlands. So, look at this Gazella, my friend. Don't have many pleasantries here, but we're happy to share what we have with our guests. I saw people enter the Forbidden Rooms the other day. There was an old man and some women, too. Wait, you were with them, weren't you? Yes, but that's not such a feat. I actually haven't done the Forbidden Runes in the second game yet, so I need to do that like maybe before the finale or something like that. Mainly because I have most of the items that you can get from the Forbidden Runes from the importing. There's only like a handful of items I don't actually have. But I need to I really need to clear my inventory before I do the Forbidden Runes because it's 50 floors of treasure and stuff. So this town is filled with robbers and thieves. Take care not to become a victim. I'm not a victim. You're not trapped in here. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. I heard that the cave to the Zenda Highlands is blocked by a golem. Really? the fabled golem of Jewish mythology. I've heard rumors of a girl's voice in the Forbidden Ruins. The locals say she cries, "Play with me," in an eerie voice. Sounds very creepy. A girl, huh? Wait, is it who I think it is? But anyway. I saw a really weird person go in the shop earlier. If I were still a spry desert goat, I would still be exploring the ruins. A desert goat, huh? Precious goat. Yeah, let's take a look at the ruins. Huh. Stop bothering me. Okay. No, we're not going to a shop. Doesn't that man over there seem strange? Yeah, he does. Yeah, we can't do anything for him. Oh well. Or to him. Perhaps later. Alright, anyone else have anything to say? Let's see. Sprite, yeah, you said something about goat. So you're the greatest of all times? Oh, see yourself. Just don't look for me to help you when you're robbed while drunk. Well, oh, thanks for that. With all the monsters of the Forbidden Ruins, the diggers have to hire guards. But even with the protection, some of the diggers never return. There must be some horrible monsters in that hole. Not really. Not until like the final 40 through 50 is when it really gets kind of dangerous. Leave me alone. I've got all the company I need. Yep, alcohol. My greatest friend. This town isn't safe anymore. We're Rwalian soldiers all around town. Ever since that goal shut up, things have been bad. After the king of Syria was killed, Rwalians came here. They were searching for the killer. His name was Ark. Nope. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, there really no new extra dialogue because, like I said, you could play as any character, so they didn't want to write like a million lines of dialogue, you know. So, me and my friends are gonna going ruins robbing here today. Ruins robbing. Huh? The Rwalian soldiers wearing our black mark will be the end. Shh. I think some of this is repeating from before. I was one of the Forbidden Ruins, but I got the 5th floor. Really good treasure said to be much deeper. Oh yeah. So okay, so there was some new dialogue, but it was kind of like mixed around and everything like that. So anyway, let's go to these into Highlands and see about that, seeing the Light Guardian. And they did say something about a golem there. I think we did have to fight one before, but we were able to just straight up fight him. So I don't see what's anything different. So yeah, I've got some plant like, oh, there it is, just like last time we were here. Actually, I think it's the same or similar creatures, if anything like that. So. Alright, let's go. Yeah, let's head towards this way. Okay, yeah, we got got some super emoji here, like we fought earlier. There's also the insect things are called insect things. These guys are called sword eaters, and they are, well, we'll go over that whenever, since we attacked it, it's now in our thing. Sword eaters are 56 level. I don't know what their attack and defense are off the top of my head. They're water elemental. They got 137 HP, 73 MP, and I don't know what their skills are off the top of my head. I think they can do that whole hit an explosion around us. Ooh, foot power went up, or the weapon's foot power. I'm always never sure which, like, because they use the same symbol for her foot skill leveling and the weapon leveling. So you're not sure if it's, until you actually check it, you're not sure if it was the weapon level or the foot level that actually went up at that point. Let's just keep weakening them. Yeah, we're hardly getting any experience as Ark, so it's almost better just to let Kukuru get the experience for this. Just to help with these battles, you know, so she can... Yep, your combo did not work there, buddy. Uh-oh, looks like the enemy's AI or trail finding script thought they could reach us from there, but no, you can't. Yeah, that happens all the time in this game. For whatever reason, their AI script, their pathfinding will just, like, for some reason not. Oh, come on, man. Well, I guess. Yeah, they keep thinking they can get me. I guess I'll head over there to try to fight that guy, so, or at least try to get him to go over. Like, try to get him to fall towards us anyway, so. No, we don't need, yeah, I can leave the attack ball. I mean, I could actually use it, but it's not that big of a deal. Oh, nope, don't want to leave. Yeah, these super boots really are super. Oh yeah, and obviously the big thing about them is they raise your jump level, so. Although really jump isn't, really all you need is a jump level of 1, which weirdly enough the only character that doesn't really get that is Gogen, oddly enough. Which he could really use because of his low movement stat, you know. Now why they gave Gogen a really low movement stat? Probably because of his teleport, but. Well, that was easy. There it is. There's the golem. Now we just have to shove him out of the way. We were able to shove all those stone people out of the way, so this should be easy. It's a golem, all right, but it's not moving. Well, ever not, it's walking away. We could try to hack it. I want to try. Hacking the golem, huh? Do we want to hack the golem? Is there a more peaceful way to do this? Will the Light Guardian send us on our way to our next destination with our power intact? Find out next time in the next episode of Arc the Lad 2. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.